Hey, wow, Jesus, it's been a while since I did some commentary, and this time it's actually reasonable. This time I feel like I am in a good position to say what is about this topic, and I think what is going on is morally correct for the ones that are free. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the Alex Kister allegation. Well, not really the document from then, since I don't trust that document. I don't think it's valid, and I think Alex's document proves it why. But I also want to talk about the issues with making expose documents in general. But I'll go into that for a bit later. So, first things first, in his opening statements, it already proves that basically it was almost a baseless assumption. The screenshots of most is they're sketchy, I guess. And if Alex Kister is supposedly a groomer, pretty much everyone else were 19 and up. The only person who wasn't is Mitcha. So there is no evidence of him ever being a groomer. In fact, there's actually a screenshot of from Ven, the person who made the document. What was I gonna say? They admitted to pretty much saying that it was out of anger. So, one thing Alex points out very well is that acts of malice can be made out of anger, which is very freaking true. I don't understand the reasoning behind, oh yeah, it was made out of anger. No, obviously, Ben's document was made with some malicious intent. And something that's close to me, because I've had issues about this with the future. I've had issues about this a million times when it comes to online friendships. Was the main way this entire drama started was someone's relationship not being handled at all. This is largely due to ignorance, being stupid, but it's also due to the lack of communication, lack of contact. The main catalyst for all of this happening was then basically encouraging the behavior that made them uncomfortable instead of just saying, instead of being honest. He would tell me that he would blank several times a day to my photos and messages before he opened up sexually, while implying non-con fantasies he would do to my clothing if we never opened up to each other. He would later on confess to wanting to wear my clothing before we opened up as well. Everything about me was sexualized heavily over time, including my face, my voice, and any clothing that I would wear, or in the way that I viewed myself and how I viewed romance. So, according to Alex, this quote from Ven encouraged this behavior to me and matched my energy when we would talk about it. If the stuff I was saying made them uncomfortable, I would have greatly appreciated having this communicated with me instead of also indulging the same topics so I didn't cause this. Another really important one was the I wanted to pretend that this was okay. You didn't do anything wrong, it was just a big silly confusion. I sort of lied to him in this message. I was happier because I wasn't attempting to interact with him or seeing him. I was unable to reveal my true feelings because I believed that I was overthinking everything and I was paranoid and delusional. I was having a constant internal battle if I was a good person. I wonder why I had these thoughts in the first place if no one's had these issues. So basically, then did not communicate their problems. They were going through a mental battle with themselves. They were frustrated at Alex, and Alex tried to support them, but they wouldn't respond. DB, which is another person. Again, this document is kind of it before it goes into the legality. DB is just a freaking adult. It's another adult. Sending clothed photos of me isn't inherently sexual or expressing sexual affection with another adult who still sent pics after knowing I'm sexually attracted to them and encourage my behavior by saying they love talking to me like that they weren't uncomfortable at all is not criminal, nor should be. DB is an adult and should be able to communicate their discomfort and set boundaries if they not only communicate but also encourages me compliments saying they aren't uncomfortable, expresses their own sexual affection and other displays of affection. Then that is not only manipulative on their part, not being able to see through them, saying the completely opposite of how they feel should not be held against them. Consensual online interactions with an adult are not predatory. If it is, DB should go to court or take their legal consultant dad out of this, so, according to Alex Kister. Now, there's one big screenshot at the entire. I'm not going to go through this because I want to talk about something. Here we have a Discord message from Ven. I wasn't going to say anything before I was ready. I did see your message this morning. I don't even know if you're gonna see this, but trust me when I say this, I'm gonna make sure you are not gonna have a career. You are a danger to everyone, and this are a disgusting person. That is from Ven. That is from the person on the other document. They also said, the fact that he hurt one of my friends got me the most fricked up, and I'm gonna make sure this guy is never liked by anyone again. That is incredibly malicious. This is not anger. This is straight up malice. You can't hide it behind it. If a person is behind closed doors and they're making secret documents, they're looking at every single message they've ever had with this guy's chat in order to form baseless accusations and expose a lot of private information, and all for the purpose of ending someone's career out of spite or anger, most importantly malice. I feel like the cracks between these expose documents are really beginning to show. Because remember, this is one document we went through. There are like so many more, and the idea, the whole credibility of all those documents are immediately under scrutiny just because Ven admitted to making it out of anger. And this is also a very big issue because a lot of these extra documents, we don't know if these could be real victims. It could just be people posting about their experiences just so they can get, attention or quote-unquote support for someone they really believe is actually a bad person when they literally did nothing wrong. So, I don't think, hating Mandela Catalog or being mad about anything Mandela Catalog. First of all, Mandela Catalog is not freaking fetish content. That doesn't make any sense. The idea that is fetish content is absurd because it's so, the scares the content within the Mandela catalog, yes, while it is pretty similar, the whole idea of the Mandela catalog is entirely different. There's no, like, I don't understand how that's fetish. I just don't get it. It's a horror series. Let's be real here. Anyways, I want to move on to the issues with expose documents. A lot of these expose documents use screenshots that can be cropped. Most of them are entirely cropped, and it can always, there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of there's information coming through the actual person that supposedly did the bad thing, and then that's being filtered through the quote-unquote victim. And because these things have happened to the victim, who's to say that the victim is in the correct state of mind when they make them? How much are they doing just so they can get, like, their anger? They can get revenge. That's something I've never really considered until now, but that very much could be a possibility. And a lot of documents, I've seen documents thrown back and forth from victim to perpetrator to victim to perpetrator. It's very one-sided. I feel like if a drama should be discussed, it should be done live. It should be done in real time. It should not be done through written Google Docs, Twitlonger. I think Twitlonger is a good way to present or give your thoughts, but I don't feel like it is the correct way to communicate about a problem. And I feel like there needs to be a confrontation. There's so long, we can't really keep hiding behind documents. We need to see live audio or live confirmation that this is really happening. Once that happens, then yeah, it's pretty much, that side wins. Unless, it's AI generated or something, but that's highly unlikely. I doubt... Well, actually, I really shouldn't think about that. It's freaking Twitter. Most people... Someone would probably AI generate some type of thing just to get someone canceled. I think a lot of the situation and more of the ethics of using a cancellation document to expose someone when they have affected you, and using that as revenge should be highly questioned, highly scrutinized. I mean, I heard people going around saying that, like, Dream was this, and I have no freaking clue. It would be really funny if it wasn't. But, apparently, supposedly he is, but that's gonna pretty much be it for this video. I'm sorry for being really lazy and not really putting a lot of effort into this one. I really wanted to get this out. I needed to talk about this. I need to get this out of my system because I've had this issue with so many of my friends. I've had a lot of friendships, like, split up because of this exact issue. Just the failure to really communicate what you are feeling. And, like, the failure to properly set boundaries and to really get to know each other. And this is sad because I learned a lot about communication in middle school and how important having that, like, connection is. So, I'm super sorry. I promise I'll have some funnier stuff up. I have some plans with the streams recently, and I have some extra footage with Quayo, so I plan on getting a compilation out on that soon. But it's probably not going to be this week. I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is a really important and pretty big issue that happens to people lately. So yeah, I'm just gonna post it on YouTube. Subscribe, like the video, share it. Probably, I guess. You do you. Thank you for watching. Bye.